there, my name is Odin and I'm the CEO of iStill. This is the first movie in a series of movies about our new NextGen equipment. And today I'm going to tell you about the movies we're going to release, and I'm going to give you more information about the great new column that we made and that we nicknamed the Big Tasty. I think that's interesting information to share because the technology behind it is really good and really new. So before we dive into the Big Tasty column, what are we going to release? What kind of movies are we going to bring out to inform you about the progress we're making? The first movie will be about a run with the iStill 100 NextGen. That's the follow-up on the iStill 50 and 100, and we boost performance by 50%. We'll show you that on video. The second thing I want to show you is a run with the iStill 500 NextGen. That's a 500 liter boiler with a 5-inch column system, fully robotized and automated, so you can actually see how the new robot works and how again it boosts production by around 50% while skipping down on energy cost with 25%. That's the second movie you can expect from us. The third one will be about this big bastard behind me, 2000 liter with the Big Tasty Pot Still plus benefits column on top of that. So there's 3 movies after you see this one. As for now, let's dive into this column. This is our new 8-inch column, the one we use on the 2000 liter units. And I want to talk a little bit more about what the benefits to this system are, how different it is to what's already out there in the market, and how you benefit from those new innovations. Well, first thing you can see is that it consists of 3 sections. And from the bottom up, this is the section that is actually the column tube that's packed. And it's packed with a new packing, a new column packing that we designed and that we call Helical Column packing, HCP. It's got an HETP, height equivalent of theoretical plate, of around 1 inch. So every inch you can get 1 redistillation. You don't have to, you can use it as a pot still, but you can dial that in. We'll get to that later. This goes into the bottom part of the column. It's also insulated for some extra efficiency. The second part, the middle part, is the product collection system. You can see product coming out and a management system, a manual management system on this one, since it's a pot still with benefits and not a robotized column. A manual system to manipulate the purity or the tastefulness of the product that comes out. The top section is the column cooler. You may think it's a deflag, but it isn't, because this cools down all the gases that rise up from the boiler. Nothing comes out. And the reason why I put a cooler on top and not in between is because it gives us more control. If we use a cooler as a deflag, like we do on a fruit brandy still, on a bubble capped or perforated plated still, the problem is that we have to manage a lot of factors that are external to the system, like water pressure, surrounding temperature, and water temperature. They all influence cuts, and they're very difficult to manage. If we put a deflag on top, cool everything down to liquids, we don't have that issue anymore. The only thing we need is enough cooling water to do the job. So you've got more control. That's the first innovation. Second innovation has to do with the fact that a normal plated column only gives you X amount of redistillations. You can have them with 20 plates, you can have them with 2 plates, you can have them with anything in between. If you want to run them with a certain amount of plates, you either have to bypass the plates or reconfigure the whole column. That's expensive, it's a lot of work, it's very inefficient. We solved that with the middle part. The middle part gives you perfect control over product purity. The only thing you do is you open up the valve, or close it like I just did, or open it up for more product coming out. And the more you open it up, the more pot distilled products comes over. The more you close it, the more of the liquids get refluxed down in the column, and all of a sudden the packing starts to work, and instead of maybe 1 redistillation, you get 2, 3, 4, or even 5 redistillations. And that makes this column an amazing piece of innovation. You're not hampered by water pressure or water temperature, so you've got perfect control. You can take advantage of the packing to dial in anything from 1 to 5 redistillations, and you can combine all of those redistillations. For instance, start with 4 or 5 to compact heads, tune down to 1.5 or 2 in order to get very taste-rich whiskey or brandy or rum. And maybe towards the end of the run, what you want to do is dial up the number of redistillations a little bit in order to keep tails at bay. So the advantage of this system, perfect control, more performance, better taste. And then we'll start her up. Starting up goes like this. It's very easy. We don't want to do heating or mashing or fermenting. Fermenting is disabled right here. We just want to go to distilling. And in this case, pot distilling. Because as I told you, pot distilling with benefits. We go to settings. We can dial in heat up power, temperature when it needs to switch, and the agitator, how many revs we want it to make. We then go to heads collection, hearts collection, and tails collection. And that's all that's to it. Off we go, but that's for our next video. I hope you liked and loved actually watching our video. As I told before, it's the first in a series. And it's not just movies that we do. We also like to give trainings and workshops in order to be able to explain to our customers or future craft distillers what we have to offer and how distilling actually works. Now, if you want to find out more, please go to www.iStill.eu and register for the ebook I just wrote. It's on taste-rich distilling. It pretty much goes very well together with the column and the video we just presented to you. It's a free book, you don't have to pay for it. You may learn something from it. I hope you do. That's it for now, guys. Bye-bye.